Shalom, shalom, Mishpaka, to the 12 tribes of Yasharel, the house of Yehuda, the Yahudim. This is a day Yahuwah has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. First, giving all praise and all esteem and all glory to the Most High, Yahuwah, Aluah. Ramamu, Yahuwah, Raki Yahuwah, to the Yahuwah. Brock level ones, I stand before you today, not on my own might, nor my own wisdom, but by the power of the Ra HaKadosh and the will of Yahuwah, Aluah, through Yahushua HaMashiach. I am nothing without him, but in him I'm chosen, appointed, and anointed for a time like this. I am a living witness, a vessel called to direct hearts, minds, and souls back to the eternal King. I'm just here to spread my light, spread my love, give a little background about myself, my testimony. I just want to give people a word of encouragement today and show up for y'all, because this is what I'm called to do. I am the child of the Most High. I'm a peculiar person. I've been set apart. But before I start, excuse, I got like a sinus infection going on, but I'm gonna give my background, give my testimony and stuff like that. And some of the things that I've been through in my life. And I hope and I plow and petition that it reaches the heart of someone out there that's either about to go through something, going through something, try to see no way out. Because I know I'm here for a purpose, especially in these times, in these days, in this season. But we're going to continue to trust in the Most High. And I would, have some scriptures to back it up too. So, I was born here in Kansas City, Kansas, raised in Kansas City, Missouri. Middle of three boys. I always felt like I was different. I just knew something was kind of off. Middle of three boys. Baby brother, older brother had the same biological father. I didn't meet my biological father to the man that raised me. I consider my dad, because he took me in. I didn't meet him till 2 years after he passed away. But as a child, I was bullied in-house. I went through all type of suffering as a kid, through family. Especially your siblings, especially the ones that are supposed to care about you and love you, right? Sodomized. But before I continue, though, my testimony that I'm giving, I've been cleared to give this testimony. So how it's received, that's totally up to y'all. But I'm coming from a place where I went through the process. I've been already healed. He had to remove me from certain people in certain situations, certain environments, for he can break me down and to build me up to be the man that he created me to be, so I can be here for you, because we're all his children. And so I'm not here for clout. I'm not here for views. I'm not here for getting you just to like me. You know, I'm not out here asking for money because the Most High supplies all my needs because I love him. I love him with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my might. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. If I don't look the part, it doesn't matter what you think. If you don't think I'm deserving or you don't think I'm worthy, I'm more than deserving. I'm more than worthy because I know who I am and I know whose I am. I know who I serve. And if he chose me, especially this time, I'm not going to shrink down. I'm not going to cower down. And your opinions of me doesn't matter because y'all don't know my story. But I will share with y'all my story. And if you feel some type of way about anything, you don't have to watch it. You don't have to comment. Because your opinions of me does not matter. And it will not matter. It all depends what my heavenly Abba, Yahuwah, or Aluah, the original Hebrew name of the Creator, through his son, Yahushua HaMashiach. So, this is my time. And I won't shrink down. I will not cower down, regardless if you feel a certain way. That's something between you and the Creator. I might speak bold because I stand heavy and I walk heavy for the kingdom, and I'm going to continue to let my light shine bright. And I'm not going to dim my light just to fit a narrative to make people feel comfortable. And if it makes you feel comfortable, good. It's supposed to make you feel, if it makes you feel comfortable, good, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And if it makes you feel uncomfortable, good, because it's supposed to stir up something in you. And y'all might think that I don't know. I know exactly what you're going through. I've been there, done that, got the shirts to prove it. But I'm just going to let the Spirit just speak. But I'm going to give my testimony all at the same time. So if you got time, and then I just hope that I'm reaching somebody out there. I don't care if it's one person. I don't care if it's I don't care if it's 100 people. I don't care how many people. Even if this get through or not, I'm still going to speak my piece. And I know somebody's going to stumble across this feed because the Most High is in control of all of this. At the end of the day, I'm just a willing vessel. And I'm just going to do his will. So, excuse the nose, but I don't claim it. I rebuke it. The authority that's been given unto me. But get back into my testimony. I was a kid that was bullied in the house, that was sodomized by his family members, went through humiliation rituals as a kid, trying being forced to have sex with my cousins and everything else. Bullied in the neighborhood, bullied in school. When I cried out, nobody didn't come to my aid. They tell me to suck it up. We don't raise crybabies here because I didn't look like how my brothers and my dad that raised me look. I knew I just felt different because I was very sensitive. I was a very sensitive kid because I love people. I love my family. But I felt like I wasn't seen, I wasn't heard. Got lied on. When you do something wrong, me growing up back in the days, born in 74. So we got discipline. And that's scripture. Spare the rod, spoil the child. I'm not going to say I was a perfect kid because I wasn't. And I take responsibility for the things I've done. Yes, I did deserve to get spankings and whippings and stuff like that. Back in the day, before law stepped in, you had parents that discipline you and correct you. No different from what the Most High do when we step out of line, when we step out of pocket. He disciplines, he corrects. So, but a lot of times I got accused of things I did not do, and I suffer the consequences behind lies and manipulations because I am who I am. Not realizing, now I know, but back then I didn't know. Growing up in a toxic family, I was born into a family that had witches in the family. A lot of people don't know witchcraft is real. It ain't like what it is in Hollywood or like in these cartoons. Somebody standing over a pot, a big old pot, and just stir, and big black hat and pointy green nose and all that stuff. No. When you speak negative over somebody's life, see, witchcraft been going on since back in the biblical days after Adam and Eve was deceived in the garden. Fallen angels came down, left their post, had sex with the daughters of men, told all type of secrets. So this stuff been going on. See, but me not knowing my life, I was gonna meet with all these type of challenges, you know, bullied, harassed, not knowing who I was at the time. But I had family members that was witches, you know. We can't help the family that we're born into. But I didn't know how special and valuable I was because I didn't know who I was. They knew who I was. I didn't realize I had a light in me. I didn't realize I had the light of the Creator in me. But I went through all type of pain, mistreatments through family members. You know, played sports, was never picked. Was never picked at all. And if I did play on the team, people didn't really they just left me sitting there. You know, I've been through all type of stuff. Got, fast forward, you're not really knowing who you are as a child, as a teenager, stuff like that. Teenage things, you think you're a typical teenager. I have my good days, have my bad days and stuff like that. Graduated high school. We moved out of a district. My mom remarried. Married my stepdad. Moved out to a city called Independence my junior year in high school. It really crushed me, though, because I was born and raised in the city, born and raised in the hood. We had gang activity and all that stuff and everything. But we pretty much was like a sports type family. Athletes in the house, Moved out to a town where there was a bunch of racist people. First time I dealt with racism, went through all type of mess. But I graduated. I promised my mom I graduated. But I never got to do anything. Being a middle child, I was considered a black sheep. But mama touched on that. I'm going to tell you my opinion on being a black sheep. Other people's opinions on black sheeps is different. You have every right to think how you want to think. But I didn't get a chance to do anything. My mother was strict on me. My older brother and baby brother got to do whatever they want to do. But me, it was different with me. I was watched. I was just couldn't do nothing. But one thing, somehow I survived everything, a lot of things. Became a barber, the youngest barber in Kansas City back in 94, 95. Was doing it off and on all the way up to 2012. when you young, had a lot of things, a lot of situations that was going on in my life. Basically, I just went through all type of upheavals. Been locked up. Was a drug addict. Was an alcoholic. A lot of people come into my life, use me, abuse me. People stole from me. People lied on me and stuff like that. Got locked up in another state. Found favor while I was locked up. Did a year and a half. But I did 5 years before they sentenced me. I did a year. Then I finally went to court. They sentenced me to 5 years. So I EOS my sentence back in 2012. And I haven't really had no problems with the law as far as committing crimes or anything like that, But throughout the years, I struggled with addiction. I struggled with a lot of things, but I always had a relationship with the Creator. Even though it wasn't all the way there, I believed in Him. I did things. I believed in worshiping Him, and I didn't go too far. I never denounced Him. I went astray, but I never turned my back on Him. I never denied Him. I never said that He wasn't real, because I believed He was real, and I believed in the Son. Don't worry about that person back of me. See, when you're dealing with these monitoring spirits out here, you're going through a lot of things. This is how important my time is here right now. I got people, these Agent Smiths in the back. No matter where I go on this earth, they always around. But it's not about them. It's not about them at all. Not at the moment. But we'll talk about some other things. We talk about some certain things and stuff like that. So that's one thing about me. I had to learn. I didn't know what I was up against all these years. Like I said, I had my highs and I had my lows. I believe in working. I always work with the community. I always did something with people. I was always involved with people. I cut hair. I work with youth in a church. I work with the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Kansas City. Worked with them twice. First time I worked with K the second, coach basketball. Second time I worked for them, I was working with the teens. I was head of the teens. Now, working with teenagers is a whole different ballgame. Get them when they're young, and you put structure and discipline, they pretty much, if there's something about you, and you can reach some kids, they would never go astray. But teenagers is a whole different ballgame. But anyway, before all that stuff, I had a daughter. She was murdered when she was a year and a half. That was her mom. And I was just getting in relationships, didn't know about having friendships and relationships when you go through trauma. See, I had a lot of trauma as a child because I never received the love that I felt like I deserved. I just, searching for love. But when you go through pain, when you lose a child, you do the numb the pain and say, I didn't have nobody to help me. People looked over me and stuff like that. Yeah, whatever. They didn't want to accept the fact. Went through all type of mess. So got in the ways of the world and everything. So battle, up and down, up and down, up and down. Not dealing with my problems, run away from my problems, end up getting locked up in another state. Like I said, I EOS my sentence back in 2012. Came back here. I done left this state several times. So ain't nothing wrong about me just moving and relocating. And I believe in having a fresh start, starting all over, building. But I always didn't build the right way because I didn't realize what was going on with me. I was wondering why I was always up and down, I always do good, and I always get knocked back down. Like I said, I was born into a family that did occult practices, practiced divinations, Freemasons. You know, I almost went to the military twice, but I didn't go. I just, like, your parents want you to do something. They wanted me to go to the military. Well, my mom did. She was ready to stop my life away when I was a teenager. They almost had me, but I was like, no, I'm not going. Got locked up as a teenager first time because I had a gun. Police got behind me. I'm glad, I'm thankful to the Most High they didn't shoot me, because young black men in the city with a gun, and they see you with a gun, they had flashlights on me too. They would have gunned me down. But I was trying to hide it, and they seen it, they watched it and everything else. They don't get locked up. He had a court date. He told the judge I was going to go to the military. It lit up his eyes. He was like, go serve our country. But I didn't go. Because I believe in war is wrong. Thou shalt not kill. I don't believe in killing. You know, that's a commandment of the Most High. Thou shalt not kill. I didn't hate nobody. I loved everybody. But like I said, when you're having friendships and relationships based off trauma, because you run away from your problems, it invites all type of people. The wrong type of people. I'm saying it to say this. I didn't realize how special I was. I didn't know the light that I carry. I didn't know the calling I have on my life because I was running away from my calling. Have people spoke over me, told me, like, you're a prophet. You know, you could be a leader or a teacher. And like a few months ago, this man, he's an artist. I'm sitting there just doing what I do. Older gentleman, he just looked at me and said, are you a teacher or something? And I took it and I just smiled because I am a teacher. But before all this happened, I was out here in the streets, homeless. People came into my life, had things taken away from me, stolen from me, my ID stolen from me. People stalk me and follow me anywhere and everywhere I go. Wonder why I was getting the evil eye, why people hated me so much, and I didn't ever know why. People from different races. Y'all know what it's like when people just follow you and stalk you. You go here, people sitting on the corner waiting on you, people calling on you, and you did nothing to these people but just trying to live your life and try to have a life. I didn't know how important that was. And like I said, I've been locked up before. I remember it all started. Lady stayed down the street from me. Thought she was cool. She always waved at me and stuff. And I'd be outside, you know, got to talking and stuff like that. I guess she had a boyfriend, but she would send me messages and be like, and talk to me like, my boyfriend having sex and this and that, whatever. Really wasn't a friend. But and I would tell us like, well, you got nice people out here, so why put yourself through that? But I guess he seen her message and stuff, trying to bully me. So basically, they pulled up in the driveway. He sat there, and I called him like, man, yo, dude is in the driveway. First when I called her, I was like, she called me. She's like, if you see him, call me, because he's not, he's not supposed to be there. I'm in the house and I hear his bike. So I call her. She's like, go down there and see if you can see him. So I go to the corner. I see his bike, but I don't see him. So I turn around and walk back up to the house. By the time I got to the house and look, he's right behind me on his bike. I go in the house. He pulled up in the driveway and just sitting there rocking back and forth. I'm calling my neighbor. I was like, man, I don't know this dude. And he's sitting outside. I was like, tell him to leave. But I call her and let her know. She's like, go outside. I was like, I don't know what this dude got. He might have a pistol. He might have a gun. So he's sitting there. I'll go out the back door and go leave. I guess he found that I left. So he riding around the neighborhood looking for me. I come back to the house and sit there. So I'm in the house, He come pulling back. He drives real slow. It's like how I'm sitting right now, and where the screen is, this is the door. I'm just looking out the door. I see him driving slow on his bike. We making eye contact. He go about like 200 feet, 300 feet, get off his bike and start walking back. I'm looking at him. Dude had like a shotgun. So I'm getting ready to close the door, and I see another guy walking this way with a gun. So I close the door and lock it. Go to the kitchen, get a knife. I said, if I'm going to die, I said, allow me to take a couple people, let them die with me. If I'm going to have to die, allow me, if I'm going to die, don't let me die by myself. And so I kind of cracked the door and everything else. And then the duplex, kitchen back door leads to the other neighbor's kitchen back door. We got steps. But basically, I'm hiding. They ride around with flashlights, going through the window, going through the house. Looking inside the house. Like, he around here somewhere. I'm at the back door. They can't see I'm held up on the back door to go to the back. The door made noise. They heard it. So, but basically, long story short, police got called. They took off. They had me in handcuffs. Basically, the neighbor was racist. The dude came back and said, man, what's wrong with you, man? I said, man, you caused all of this. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. His girl down the street, they together laughing. That's when it all started. And police had guns drawn on me and everything else. Basically, I just went through all type of mess. That's when it all started. See, when you playing in the devil's playground, when you mess with Satan's devices, it's like he has rights to you. So, went through all type of mess. Invite the wrong people in, trying to help them, trying to be kind. They stole my mom's identity, opened up a bank account, had my family turn their back on me because they think I orchestrated stuff like that. I love my mother. Why would I do that? And plus, I've been through that before with my older brother. That's a whole different ball thing. I almost killed my brother. I almost beat him to death. But I told myself I would never hurt nobody again in my life. That was the first time because I got tired of the abuse. I snapped one day. He stole my clothes. He was on drugs and alcohol. I told him I'd never be like him. I became worse than him. But I didn't know. So then I'm homeless, had a place, I get myself together, stuff like that. Transitioning. Relationship. Crazy person. How I met her was wrong. But at the end of the day, went off and on for like 20 years. Met her in 2000. Stopped messing with her really like in 2019, 2020, off and on. Child involved. I always wanted to be a father. I always wanted to have a family. I believe he was mine, even though she said it could be mine or somebody else. So I took the responsibility. I stepped in because I was a man about mine. But I was still battling my problems. You know, long story short, ended up getting my own place, doing good. She took them away from me. Started going downhill. Next thing you know, become homeless. She wouldn't let me see him and everything else. Went through all type of mess. I can talk about this. Excuse me for the pause. Like I said, I got monitoring spirits around me that's just sitting here just watching me, just literally just watching me. Right across from me. Literally just right across from me, just watching me. And if I could turn this computer around, y'all see what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna get in that too. So if you a child of the Most High, you walking with light, you got light in you, the forces of darkness going to be come up against you because they want to dim your light because something that you carry. So back to my story. So this is when the warfare started. People following me, people using me, all type of people coming up in my life because I'm kind. But I was naive. I was gullible. I didn't know no better. I didn't know what was going on with me. I did not know anything. But I just wanted to be accepted. I was seeking validation in people that didn't serve me at all. You know what I'm saying? I didn't seek validation. I was seeking validation in the wrong people because of my past trauma, because of my childhood trauma, because of generational curses, because of witchcraft, because of sorcery, because I had people speaking over my life. They did something to me as a child. But in due season, all things will be revealed. But like I said, I'm not coming from a place that like a victim mentality. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. I'm victorious. I have victory. I overcame a lot of stuff to be the person that he made me to be today. So the warfare started intensifying. People start following me, had my ID stolen. People done used my name and did this and did that. You know, I wonder why people follow me, wonder all these cars. And you start seeing things different. Like, wait a minute, something ain't right. Something ain't right. People acting like they this and they that, and they not really that, but they watching me. People want to call it paranoia. People want to call it like whatever you want to call it. Gang stalking, monitoring spirits, having the government on your back, FBI agents, CIA agents, covens, groups, secret societies, Illuminatis, Freemasons, anybody, witches and warlocks, anybody come up in your atmosphere, come up in your face, playing in your face, stalking you, monitoring you. I guarantee you right now, confirmation, my device is being tapped as we speak. And I know it's being tapped. I got people follow me even to this day. But I already got the victory though. So when I'm going through this, like I said, I've been locked up before. People following me. I'm getting pissed off. I'll go to like certain places and stuff. I'll go to the library. I see people looking at me strange, doing this and all this stuff. I don't know these people. In one incident, I got to walking. Went to this food truck that was giving out food for homeless people. I've been homeless. I've been homeless since. I've been homeless for 3 years. 3 years been sleeping on these streets. In between time, anytime I understand with my stepmother and my auntie going back and forth. But I was still in my addiction, in my affliction, you know, trying to find a better way, working and everything else, wondering what was going on with me. When you do right, when like you're taking steps ahead, you get knocked steps back. So this is what was going on with me. These people was messing with me, and I was pissed off. See the same vehicles doing circles, coming around, people just looking at you, staring at you. You walking, people laughing at you, pointing at you, and everything else. Didn't know my whole life was being on display. I didn't know what was going on with me. So one day I was getting tired. Like, where are these people coming from? Where are all these wicked people, these hateful people, these envious people? Why are these people bothering me? Why are they following me? Ran into this young man, heard him and this old man's conversation. And I was pissed and I was angry, but I heard him talking and I agreed with the conversation. And I told him, and I was telling him what was going on with me. It made him mad. He said, let me tell you something. I was in a bad car accident a year ago. I was out here living my life wrong. Car flipped on him, crushed his ribs and everything else. He wasn't supposed to be walking and talking or breathing, let alone being alive. A year, he walking and talking normal. And within a year, he said, man, I refuse to be in a gang. I refuse to sell drugs. I refuse to do all this stuff, not knowing I had a calling on my life. He looked at me. He said, man, you're going through this because you have a calling on your life. He said, do not let these people get in here. Get in your word. Tap in. Caught this bus. Another guy came. He had a Bible. He looked at me. He said, man, I opened up this Bible. And he opened it up to Matthew. I forgot what chapter it was, but it spoke about what I was going through. He said, man, you need this right here. So I'm going through all this warfare and everything else. I'm telling my stepmom, like, they think I'm crazy. So I was like, okay, I stepped in the basement. You know, help him fix up the basement, cleaned it up and everything. Had a little corner in the basement. You know, had YouTube, watching videos. I always believe in the Most High. Something started coming across my feed. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I started crying out to him. What's going on with me? I ended up falling asleep. Came to me and he showed me who I was. This is what I created you for. This is who you're supposed to be. And he asked me, did I want it? I said, yes. He said, okay, I'm going to teach you how to fight. But I need you to watch and pay attention. Because there's some things you don't know about. When he started showing me, revealing me things, who my enemies was, I was being mistreated. I started getting back in the word. I started finding out what his true name was, what his son was, and what I meant to him. He started showing me how to fight in the spirit. But I had to let him take control. And he had to work on me. People coming into my feed, speaking, telling my story, telling my life, what I've been through. And I'm like, yes. I'm like, how you know? I'm reaching out to these people. They ain't nobody saying nothing. Like I'm all alone. but I was not focusing on myself. I was trying to have people. How do I find these people? How do I reach these people? He's like, no, 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 no. I need to fix you. So it got to the point where the manipulations and the taxes and the gaslighting and the witchcraft and the sorcery found out in my family I was born into who was the witches. I had to be away from him. He had to move me out. So like I said, I've been homeless since 2022. 21, 22. It's 2025. To this day, I've been in the wilderness season. Winter, spring, summer, fall. 3 years. 3 years. Learning how to fight. Learning how to trust in the Most High, allowing Him to fix me, to heal me, so I can be the person I am today. Scripture speaks about me. And it's me being my authentic self, and I'm not bragging or boasting. I am that I am. I'm a child of the Most High. I'm set apart. I'm a peculiar person. He knew me before I was conceived in my mother's womb for a time like this. I got a calling on my life. I got something I have to do. So I've been through warfare, witches and warlocks and wizards, the government system, FBI agents, CIA agents, people calling in, people paying practitioners, paying tarot readers. They're looking into my life, trying to destiny swap me, set me up. I was poisoned by food and drink, left for dead on the street, but it didn't take me out. People looked at me like, he's like, you can't go around these people because I can't do what I need to do for you. You're not ready. You're not ready. What I have for you, you're not ready. You ain't gonna be able to hold this. So now, fast forward, he's showing me family, what they done to me as a child. See, one thing about me, he always baracked me with a memory. People look at me, how can you remember stuff like that? I remember a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff I didn't speak on it because we was told not to speak. Family secrets, generational curses. Even to this day, I still got people operating in the cults, Illuminati's, Freemasons, practitioners, wizards, and warlocks, trying to cast spells on me. I had to learn how to fight. I had to learn how to fight the right way. So when I said I've been through some things, I've been through a lot of things. I bore a lot of sins of the whole world. Being having a rebellious spirit. But one thing, I never hated nobody. These people try to kill me. These people have nooses ready to hang me from a tree. They hanging black men today. I was sitting in Taco Bell one day. After walking, it was cold. Wanted to get warm. They was open. It was about like 6 or 7 o'clock in the wintertime. It got dark early. So they was open. So I sit there. I sat down. You can see, I'm like in the back. See in front of me, people walking in and out. This guy came in, looking around. Looked at the machine to order your food. Turned around, looked at me with a grin. And I'm looking at him. He's staring at me with this Evil, soulless, wicked grin, stare in his eye, looking at me. But under his hoodie, you can see the gun bulge, like an AK-47, street sweeper, whatever you want to call it. And I'm looking. I said, this is how I'm going to die. I don't know these people. I don't know who they was. I know that day, I thought I was going to lose my life. A voice came out of nowhere and said, no, you're not dying like this. You're not dying like this. Man got confused and went out, and they followed behind him and they chased him. That's when I found out I was in a fight for my life. But not knowing throughout my whole life, I had a covering, a protective shield over my life, because I was sitting here for this time to go experience all these things. Drug abuse, abuse from family, friends, toxic friends, me being nice and kind and not really just doing things out of character. But he doesn't see the outer appearance, he searches the heart. So when you have a heart that mimics the Creator, even though we all ain't perfect, we all done things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We're not perfect. We're spirits having a human experience. Everything is spiritual. Warfare, witchcraft, necromancy, people doing readings, tarot readers, all these things. It's a crime against the Most High. They've been doing this since the beginning. So I had to learn how to fight. I had to learn how to heal. I had to learn how to surrender and submit to the Most High and let Him fix me. To the point where He fixed me up, He gave me the green light to speak like how I'm speaking to y'all right now. I know what it's like when your family members look over you, deeming that you ain't worthy, put other people ahead of your own family members. I know what it's like when you have family members to steal from you. I know what it's like when you have family members leave you out on the street. I know what it's like when family members turn their back on you and sold you out to leave you broke, busted, disgusted, didn't want to see you, hoping that you will die. Fake friends. People come and go, but they wasn't my true friends, because I built up friendships based off of trauma as a child. So I had to go back and deal with the issues as a kid, address them, and allow Him to fix me. Like I'm on a powder's wheel. Before the powder takes the finished product out, He has to shape it. He has to fix it. He had to make sure those cracks are not there. You know, He had to mend those broken places of my life. I dealt with women that used me, lied on me. I dealt with people that stole my identity, putting stuff in my name, ran up my credit to the point people didn't want to give me a chance on anything. Jobs lied on me. People lied on me because the light that I carry. It was bright, it was dim, but it was something about me, and I never knew nothing about this, because I'm chosen. I'm chosen to do the will of the Father on this earth. And these people don't like it. They hate it. They hate me because I speak on the Creator and I speak on His true name. You got pastors, bishops, deacons, priests when you got government officials, FBI agents, CIA agents, and everything, when you have the whole world coming up against you. Not saying everybody was, but those who live in the world, those who don't believe in the Most High, they have a form of what they say godliness about them. They worship Him with their lips, but their hearts are far from Him. Times wax and worse, deceive and being deceived. Monitoring spirits, these entities that's up in this. This is not carnal. You're not dealing with flesh and blood. We're dealing with the principalities, these dark covers in high places. These people, they send people watching me. I'm gonna do so. Next time this man sits there and stare at me, watching me, because they can hear me through this door. I'm in the room where I can see out and they can see in. The same person that was in the corner back on this end right here, when I first started the video, he was right there just looking at me, watching me. It's the same man that's sitting right in front of me right now. Keep looking over his computer like this. Watching me. But you know what? He didn't give me a spirit of fear, but power of love and a sound mind. See, warfare is real. I got monitoring spirits. No matter where I go on this earth, but they will never break me because I know who I am. I know how great I am. I know how powerful I am. I may not be all tapped in, but I know exactly what I carry and I know what I'm here for. That's why I made this video. That's why I made this live feed. Because I know somebody out there that's going through something. And this is my testimony. This is my story. I may not be where I want to be in life. I may not have what other people have. But I know one thing I do have. I have the Creator. I have my life. That's more precious than rubies and gold, all the money in the world. All these countries combined, put together, can't compare to what he means to me. He gave me life. I got him. I got everything. So when you working, trying to survive in this world, but you can't depend on this world system. You can't depend on man to provide for you. But your trust and your hope and your belief is in the Creator. Let me tell you something. When you're off in the wilderness, going through a wilderness season, people are going to hate you. People think you antisocial. No, I'm just smarter and I'm just wiser now because I can see my enemy. I know my enemy's tactics. They don't expose himself too much. Doing the same thing. Satan doing the same thing. Sending his demons, his devils, his minions my way. These people that practicing cults and stuff like that. Cursing over your life. And everything. Like I said, I've been homeless since 2022. 21, 22. This is 2025. Sleeping outside. That's the reason why my nose. I'm sleeping outside. Weather's changing. It get hot during the day, then you get cold at night. Sleeping on metal. Getting ate up by bugs. Can't depend on man. Can't ask no man for no money. Can't go back to toxic family when he moved away from knowing these are my ops, my oppositions. They wanted me out here all alone by myself. They waiting on me to die and croak. Give in. They want me to succumb to their tactics. They want me to do what they do for the enemy have a reason to take me out. They want me to deny my Father, our Heavenly Father. They want me to deny Yahuwah. They don't want me to speak on him. But you know what? I'm going to continue to speak on him. I'm going to continue to love him. I'm going to continue to surrender. And I'm going to continue to submit to him. He's always going to have my yes, regardless how big or small. I'm not out here having people to feel sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me. Don't pity me. I'm just here to let you know this world is wicked and deceitful. Hiding behind their masks, and their mask is slipping. These people are desperate. I don't pay attention to what's going on in the distractions of the world, but I know what's going on. I'm not all into that scare tactics. People being fearful. Propaganda. Starting this, saying this, doing that. I've been through racism. Been locked up, found favor. Had an AB telling me, looking at me. And some people that don't know, that's Aryan Brotherhood. They ain't supposed to be liking or talking to black people. But he was locked up with this big John Coffey dude in the state of Alabama. Alone, about 1,300 to 1,500 miles away from home. Getting no money. Nobody coming to visit me. Left rotten before I got sentenced for a year and a half. I did wrong, yeah. But just to leave me there, did nobody want to touch my case? People either getting sick or dying, or people like, I don't want to touch this case. Just leave me in there. That was profiting off of me. Then somehow, some way, finally got a court date. Finally got a bond. They sentenced me to 5 years. So basically what I did, total 6.5. I did a year and a half. Then they sentenced me to 5 years. They didn't give me credit for that. Being addicted to drugs and alcohol, porn, fornicate, lusting. People wanted me to commit adultery. People want me to go with them on stealing sprees. Put me in situations where I get myself caught up, either shot at or dead. I've been poisoned. I've been left for dead. People literally poisoned me. People doing things, doing drugs, certain type of drugs they don't wake up from. I knew people that lost people they cared about because of the drugs. They didn't make it from it. I was addicted. I went through all type of mess. People used me, abused me, stole from me. Women. Trying to make me feel less than. I didn't see my value. I didn't know my worth at the time. But I know my worth now. I know what I'm worthy of. I know what I deserve. And these people that's acting this right now, they're coming at me. It's intensifying. But I'm way better now. I'm way wiser. I'm smarter now. Yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy. They want to steal my shalom. Y'all call it peace. For me to go back into ways how I used to act, act out, react out. And it happened last night after I told somebody that, hey, don't react, don't give them nothing. Don't react. And I fell victim to it because I'm in this place where these people being controlled, being paid by other people and behind the scenes, make sure he's here. So we're going to same tactics. But so I got wind of it. I know. So this man dealing with these people, they all in cahoots. He came, threatened them, they left. disappear. He come back, but he's watching me. So I'm watching him watching me. I seen him several times before. Everywhere I go, this person is always right there. There's a lot of people. No matter where I go, these people are always there. So I get up and move. Not saying nothing, but I'm aware. I'm getting ready to do a live video. After watching the live video, same person. Make sure he's keeping an eye on me and watching me. And I fell for it. I'm speaking where he can speak. I said, man, you know what? I ain't no punk. Don't think I don't know what y'all doing. I'm not no fool. So whoever you working for, you need to go back and tell them to come see me. He going back and forth. Cussing me out. I'm not cussing him out. I didn't cuss him out. But he called me all type of names. He called me a fag. He gonna say I work for the police. I don't even talk to the police. Police did me wrong. Police had their guns drawn on me. They locked me up. They disrespect me. Security guards disrespect me and everything else. I'm in the place where he had me at. People leave their cars right when they're getting ready to close and lock up. Make sure people get your vehicles because the parking lot's closed. They come up to me so that I can tell this dude been watching me. He said, I've been talking to. I'll talk to them. I said, I don't talk to nobody. Only way they come and talk to me if they ask me. I ain't saying to him, but I'm thinking about it. I was like, you ain't never seen, you must be watching me. If I'm talking to people, you must have seen them come up to me and ask me questions. So when they come up and ask me questions, do I have a vehicle? I said, no, I don't own no vehicle. I walk everywhere. I catch the bus. I can't be around people. The wrong type of people, the wrong type of energy. Energy sucking vampires. People want to dim your light. These people are stalking and monitoring stuff like that. I'm gonna put that if you don't mind. See that dude on the computer? That's the same dude. These people are sick and need help. Literally, they need help. Stay here and listen to me talk. Don't want me to talk. Don't want me to tell my story. Don't want me to wake you up. People, I don't know who this is for, but I know if somebody's experiencing something, that's going through something. And let me tell you, the only way you can overcome what you're coming through, a drug addiction, alcohol addiction, porn, lust, and everything else. See, that man just stood up just to sit back down. He stood up just to look at me and watch me. And sat back down. Like he was getting ready to leave and sat right back down. I'm saying this to tell y'all this. You're going through something. You're going through heartache. You're going through pain. You feel some type of trauma. Why go pay a therapist? I can tell you the best person. If you want to know, I'll sit down and talk to you. I'm not begging you for nothing. I just want to put you up on game, let you know what you need to do, how you need to overcome what you're going through. I overcame a lot of stuff and I'm still here. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be walking. I'm not supposed to be talking. I'm supposed to be dead. They took out an insurance policy on me. They celebrated my death prematurely. They dug pits for me. My life is in the book. I had to be that one. And I am that one. And I'm walking in all my full authority. Am I prideful? Am I arrogant? No, but I'm humble. I'm kind. I'm loving. And I pour into people because I want to see them win. The only way you win is when you tap into the Creator. I'm not to be worshiped. I'm not to be envied. I'm just here to put you up on game to let you know you are a child of the Most High. So don't let nobody trick you out your spot. Don't let nobody come and bend your life. You in these relationships, people get in these relationships because they want to be around somebody. They need somebody in their life because they don't know their value. They do anything except anything, not knowing how these people operate. Your friend circle. You got people that's in the cult, people that practice witchcraft and stuff like that. You wonder why you get gaslight, why people turn their back on you, why people gaslight you and stuff like that, why you feeling miserable, why you feeling drained. And I feel like the whole world's on your back. You need to watch out these circles that you keep. These people are master manipulators. They dabble into the cult. This stuff is real. And I'm a survivor. I've been through the storm. I've been through the trenches. I've fought many wars, many battles. And I came out on the winning side. I'm a winner. I'm victorious. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made in his image and his likeness. I'm set apart. I'm chosen. My channel speaks for myself. I don't take that title lightly. I embrace it because that's who I am. And if you know, you know. If you don't, you know. If he puts it on you to know, but if you'll be around me, you will know. You will feel it. You will feel it. But I'm not here just to brag in nobody's face and boast or anything like that. I'm confident in who I am. I'm confident in the Father and I'm confident in me. If anybody don't come up to stand beside me, I walk these streets by myself every day, every night, staying in my own lane, paying the bills that pays me. I don't got no job. I can't work a regular job. I can't be around people. But I got the green light. I can go anywhere I want to go. I choose to. But the thing is, when you're dealing with people that stole from you, people that's going around spreading lies and rumors on you, when you ain't doing nothing but sitting quietly, not bothering nobody, sticking to yourself, being obedient, listening to him, the world don't want people to know who he is. They don't want you to know who you are, who you belong to. They don't want the set apart nation to know the reason why we in this mess today, because of the disobedience of our ancestors and our forefathers. When they disobeyed the commandments, statutes, and laws of the Most High and started doing the thing your enemy, these people, been doing. They pagan worships. They fought fake holidays. They man-made religion. If you consider yourself something, that's man-made. I don't care if you're a Baptist all the way to a Muslim, a Buddhist. It all started in an era. Paganism, witchcraft, sorcery, Baal worshippers. Y'all call Lord. They don't want y'all to know. Y'all calling on JC. Y'all calling on Satan himself. Y'all saying hell Zeus. This is what y'all saying. This is who y'all calling on. Y'all calling on God, which is Gabriel, fallen angel that came down to see Eve in the garden. This is who y'all calling on. This is what they did. But see what the enemy meant for good, meant for bad, he could turn around and make it for good. So he know his children. Now it's time for y'all to come back into true worship, knowing who he is, knowing the Father's true and only name. I don't take this lightly. This is my life. And I'm betting on myself because I know who my Father is. I know his true name, and I know my worth, and I know my value. So if anybody come around me, you better do the will of my Father. And I will know if you're doing his will or not. I know if you are op. I done been through too many things. I done seen too many things. Even to this day, they still sending people my way. But I don't entertain them. See, these people that hide behind the scenes, these people just to monitor me and follow me. Every time I see them, they picking up their phones. He's here. He's here. People hide behind their shades. Hide behind their masks. These Agent Smiths, these Decepticons on this earth. And some of y'all got people. Y'all walking with them. They in your church. They in your school. They in your business. They in your homes. They in your communities. your friend circle, some of your husbands, some of your wives, your boyfriend, your girlfriends, even your kids. This generation is lost. I said, don't envy me. Don't worship me. Don't be jealous. Don't be prideful. Pride and selfishness is the root of all evil. Man will say love of money is the root of all evil. No. Pride and selfishness is the root of all evil. The love of money leads to all type of idolatry. People sell their mama out for money. People sell their father out for money. Their brothers, their sisters, their cousins, their nieces, their nephews, their wives and their husbands for money. People will worship and follow people. It's no one that's supposed to be worshiping the Creator and the Creator alone. Through his son, Yahushua HaMashiach, the true Hebrew name. Not JC, not a Latin name. People want to keep you blinded. People want to know, don't want you to tap into self. Go within because he dwells in you. When you cry out to him, he comes. He comes in. He comes in like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. I mean, he comes in and takes over your life. The enemy comes in like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. And how he comes into people's lives because people go through pain, go through trauma. He senses that. So he sent people to come up in your life to disrupt your life, to make you feel some type of way. Use you, abuse you, now you stuck. But they siphon your energy. They take your time, they take your essence. Leave you trapped to the point where they leave you for dead. See the wickedness and the deception that's going on this earth. This is a dark world. Everything evil is good. Everything good is evil. Backwards. But it's our time. It's my time. I may not know what tomorrow may bring. I don't know what today might bring. But I know one thing, I have life. I have the Creator. And if I have life and I have the Creator, I have everything. So I'm not shrinking. I'm not stopping. But at the end of the day, but I'm tired. This warfare is real. And sometimes you got to know what to, y'all want to say pray, pull out and petition for. You need to go to the Most High. You got to go in that place to have a relationship with him. You got to invite him in your heart. You got to let him heal you because you get in these relationships, you get in these situations that you can't get yourself out of. And you don't have the Creator, you be left out here broke, busting, disgusting, even dead. Teach you how to overcome. I can show you how to overcome. But you got to be willing to surrender and submit to the Most High. And if you don't know how to do it, I can tell you how. I can show you how. I'm not scared of these people. I'm not scared of this world system. I'm not scared of this government system. I'm not scared of the president. I'm scared of no pastor. What can mere man do to me? They can huff and puff and be mad all they want. They can project. They're insecure. They're scared. They lose their power. It was a false power. They never had power. They just knew how to manipulate, how to siphon our energy, how to gaslight us, how to put this false narrative on us to make us seem like this is who we are because they don't want us to know who we are. Don't you know how mighty and powerful we are? We are a set-apart nation. But he's the Abba of us all. He gave life to everybody. I'm here to do the will of my Father. That's all I'm here to do. His will. To live my life how he wants me to live. What's wrong with that? Why these people come after me like that? Something wrong with these people. Something wrong with their heart. And something wrong with their mental. Why focus on me? Why group up and have a lot of people come up against me? Why pay people to track me and follow me? What is it about me? What is in me? Something that they can't have, something that they wish they have. They don't want me to have it. What's meant for me is meant for me. They can have what they want if they can just tap into source and find out what's meant for them. They never know what he has for them. That's why I try to tell you. I don't care if you're a man or you're a woman. Sis, bro, son, daughter, elder, niece, nephew, cousin, frenemy. I don't know. I know I'm hitting something. I know I'm hitting something. I know I'm talking to somebody out there. I know I'm talking to somebody out there. Instead of worrying about anybody and everybody else, worry about your own self. You got people that want to talk about you, mistreat you, abuse you. They want to be all up in your business, find out what they can do to manipulate and pass this false narrative. See, that's one thing about me. I don't go around here doing spell work. I don't go around here writing in the air. I don't do none of this. I don't do none of that. I stay in my own lane. I say to myself, but I want authentic things. I want genuine things. I want pure things, things that are righteous, things that what he has for me, regardless what it is. If it's from him and it's of him, yes. But it's of the world. I don't want it. So I don't mess with women that dress provocative, modest apparel. I don't like women that twerks, showing their cleavage, showing their booty, doing love bombs, sex magic. I used to be that way. I didn't know how valuable my energy was. People stole it. It was everywhere. I'm left like a toothpick, face sunk in. I was bad. I was under spell. I was under a curse, generational curse, and under witchcraft attack. Not knowing why I'm going through what I'm going through, why I keep every time I get up, I always falling back down because of something that was spoken over me as a child, something that was done to me as a child. See, but one thing, they wanted me to give up, and I didn't give up. Now I'm here to be able to speak to you and tell you, you can do it too. You can overcome it too. Why not you? Why keep falling behind somebody that don't care about you? Why keep on accepting breadcrumbs? Why buy into this world system that just want to control you? They profit off of you. They profit off your ancestors. They beat them and hung them, raped them. The women and the men fed the babies to alligators. They have the nerve to say good morning. And when you're mourning somebody's death or loss. That's mourning. But they use that, and people say it every day. Good morning. That's what the slave master used to say. Good morning. After they raped our mother and our sisters, our aunts, our nieces, even the men. That's where sagging coming from. Men couldn't pull up their pants because they got rammed. And you know what? By these sick people. They lied to us. Okay, it's their religion. All religions started by your enemy, your oppressors. Either men or women. I'm talking to the Hebrews, the true Hebrews, not the Jews, not J. They can keep that because we know there was never a letter J. We spoke a language that's ancient. That was our native language. That was our native tongue. That's how we communicate. Hebrew, Abarit, Dabarim, not this Latin language that we speaking today, not this Greek language, not this so-called English language that everybody speaks today. We never spoke that. We was beaten into speaking like that. So when the Roman Catholic and the Emperor Constantine, the Council of Nicaea, and all these dark covens and secret society that took scriptures and manipulated and used it to control us, that Willie Lynch method, all that stuff. But it was talked about we was going to go through what we go through because of our disobedience. He said, be kadosh. A lot of people call it holy, for he is. Have the characteristics of the Most High, to see how he see things, to worship him, to love him, to trust him, to obey his Shabbat, the true worship day, his feast days. He wrote this for a certain race, a certain group of people, black folks, the true Hebrews, the 12 tribes. He wrote it for us, for the rest of the other people, foreigners and aliens and Gentiles alike. But they practice false deities, pagan worshipers, false idols, Buddha, and everything else. This and that, this and that. Baal worshiping. They just changed it. They kept saying Baal. They changed it to Lord. See, we suffer from a lack of knowledge because we don't want to do better. So we too comfortable. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable. I'm seeking truth. I'm seeking wisdom. I'm seeking knowledge. I'm seeking the Most High. I delight in this present. I chose this path. I chose what was best for me. And I cannot help. I got family members. I can't help. I got people in this world. I can't help. I got Freemasons. I can't help. I got pastors and bishops and priests, government officials, CIA, FBI agents, people off the grid. People were shooting at me, sniping at me, and I get hit. But they were shooting at me. They were trying to kill me. And y'all think I'm lying? See, they hide behind the scenes, but they pay people to come up to me. See, but the thing is, the Most High don't play when it comes to his children. He's the Abba of us all. He shows us grace and mercy. He gives us a chance and a choice. A lot of people made their choices. So they had to suffer the consequences for the things they did. It's called what you sow on this earth, you shall reap. Laws of attraction. What comes around goes around. Karma. Whatever you want to label it. The type of energy that you put out in this world, it's the type of energy you're going to receive. So if you speaking death on somebody, best believe you're going to get that back. Especially if you're speaking death towards a child of the Most High, a son of the Most High, a daughter of the Most High. Best believe y'all will get that back. But when you got people that showing love, been through all type of things, and just want a better way of life, they want to breathe, they want to live, and the rest of the world don't want that for them. There's something really wrong. Excuse me. I'm gonna get this stuff out. There's something really wrong. There's something really wrong with this picture. Hurt people hurt people. People are filled with these demons. People are filled with wickedness and darkness. People worship Satan. They don't want the truth to come out. He don't want the truth to come out. So he have his agents. He have people that practice witchcraft. Read the scriptures. Find out what the Most High loves and what the Most High hates. What's pleasing to him and what's a crime to him. Find out, because you got people that they're operating this stuff. They've been doing it since the beginning of time. He hates you. He don't care about you. He never did, and he never will. He just mad because he lost his spot because he rebelled. He wanted to know the secrets of darkness. So he can expose the light. So the Most High gave him what he wanted. That's exactly what he did. He gave him what he wanted, but he stripped him of his rank, stripped him of his title, and that was it. But you got to know your enemy. You got to know his name, his true name. See, I'm willing to learn. When you learn, you find out things. You do things that's not ordinary. And the enemy don't want you to know that. So I just hope this message will give somebody encouragement. You got light in you, and you coming up with all type of oppositions. Excuse me. Don't turn your back on the Creator. Do not turn your back on the Creator at all. You still here. He wants you to come back home. You just got to be willing. You got to be willing and able. But you got to put in the work. You got to allow him to fix you. You got to allow the Most High fix you because he loves you. And he wants to equip you and wants you to do the things right. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be easy. There was plenty of days. I cried. I cried today. I cried last night. I got chastised today because they tried to trick me out my spot. I gave them what they wanted last night. But I'm tired. You think I want to be out here sleeping on the benches? I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be homeless. I've been homeless ever since. Off and on, 1998, all the way even to today. I'm not speaking negative of my life. I'm just telling you what I'm experiencing, what I'm going through. When you got family members that don't want nothing from what they stole from you. When you got this world system, you got these people in your community that come up and destiny swap and steal things from you, steal your identity, refusing to leave you alone, to gaslight you and everything else, projecting on you, making you feel some type of way. And it's not your energy because you walk in the light, because you carry something unique, something rare, and everything else. And they don't like it. Light and dark can't coexist. See, but darkness is going to lose. Light is always going to win because he's light. He's spoken and said, let there be light. So I don't know who you are. If you got light in you, don't let nobody take your light. Don't let nobody dim your light. Continue to let your light shine so bright. Continue to walk heavy for the kingdom. Seek his face. Seek his face. Delight in him. Love on him. Appreciate him. Be thankful and grateful. Because there's a lot of people out here in this world. They got this. They got that. They got platforms. They got million subscribers. They think you don't do nothing but you're doing his work. So don't let make you feel some type of way because you don't know who you can reach. You don't know who you can reach. You don't know who you influence. You don't know any people watching you. A lot of people watching you. A lot of people that's looking for a better way. I know they watching me. I got all type of people watching me. They copy and paste me. They follow me. They mirror me. People can't be their authentic self, so they want to be something that they can't be. There's only one of me, and there's only one of you, and there's only one of them. They don't realize how great they can be because they choose not to. They choose to be dabbling and looking at people's lives, paying practitioners, going to reading, psychic readings and stuff, looking into people's lives. But they refuse to stop. See, no matter where I go, people come out from everywhere. I can't hide if I try to, but I'm not trying to hide. I'm trying to have me a place, a safe place, authentic people that's not going to use me, abuse me, manipulate me, lie to me, steal from me, hurt me. My heart is precious. My heart can't be hurt, but people are going to attack that. So like I said, I know what I've been through. I experienced a lot of things and I overcame a lot of things. But I need to sit back. But I need to be somewhere safe. So no matter where I go, the only way I'll be safe is I'll allow them to dim my light. I can speak my truth and get my story out here to be an inspiration to somebody else that's either going through something, about to go through something. But I want to encourage the people that's been through something and overcame. A lot of y'all got your barakees. It means your blessings from the Most High. Don't do what other people have done. Take their barakees for granted. Forgot who allowed them to have it. So they start being selfish and prideful and don't need the Creator, turn their back on the Creator. A lot of people done this. A lot of people have done this. And they lost their way because they got too prideful, they got too selfish. They then went back doing toxic things, having toxic people coming in their lives. See, this is what the enemy does. He don't want people to succeed. He wants people to fall. So he attack anything that's you have emotional ties to. It's okay to keep your light shining. It's okay to love people. You can love people from a distance. You can wish them well. I'll release you. I hope you get your life together. Because I'm not the problem. You're the problem. And they know that. But they don't want you to know that. They want you to think that you're the problem. But you're not the problem. And why would I go pay somebody to tell me how to overcome things they never walked them out of my shoes? They had me locked. They had me in the hospital for 3 days, determined if they're going to set me free or they're going to keep me or lock me up in the loony bin because that's where they wanted me to be at. They had some kid, younger than me, in his 20s, psychiatrist in the medical field. And I told him, I don't care what you say. You're not going to determine my life. How you going to tell me what I experienced? You ain't never did the thing that I done. You ain't never walked a mile in my shoe, but you study from a book. You study from a book to be able to play God in people's lives. See, that's what they wanted for me, and that's what they want for you. They want to play God in your life. But we know that's not the right word to use. But I'm speaking to somebody I shouldn't have to shrink down to make you feel comfortable. That's not my job, to shrink down and make people feel uncomfortable. But this is what y'all so comfortable using for 400 years. That's repetition. You keep doing the same thing. It's like a boxer training, repetition. Speed bag, speed bag. He been doing it for so long, he can do it with his eyes closed. He can do it just looking the other way. He can do all this stuff like that. He can keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Know how to do it, know how to rotate it, all that stuff, all that repetition, muscle memory. 400 years. We've been conditioned to say this and say that because it was beaten into us. Because the true name was taken from us. Our identity was taken from us. But like I said, I'm not scared of nobody. When you want better, you do better. We're forever learning. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how old you think. You're never too old to learn. You're never too old to learn the truth. Why be set in your ways? Because there's going to be times you're going to be crying out. And you're going to be crying on the wrong name. Because he's sent people like me and other people to speak the truth. If it's on my back, if it's on my back, I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know. There's people out here that knows. There's people out here that knows the truth. And they will try to silence those people. That's silence leaders. You can be a leader. You can be a teacher. You can be a helper. You can build his kingdom. So if you're above ground and you have life, be thankful for your life. You have a roof over your head. Be thankful you got a roof over your head. You got a car. Be thankful you got a car. Because there's people out here like me that pull out and petition, hoping and waiting. But I got people that coming up and give me, they don't want me to do it. They don't want me to have it. But it's not up there, it's not their decision. It's the Father's decision, and it's my decision. It's my decision. They're not rulers over my life. They're not going to rule, they're not going to dictate my life because he's not going to allow that to happen. They played masters for too long. And they lost their power. They lost their way. See, when the veil's been removed and you can really see, you know what you're up against. When you see what you're up against, you need to know how to walk, how to talk, how to move, how to maneuver, how to strategize. Because they're looking into your life. They don't want you to have it. And I think I'll be speaking like this. People told me out, when I started cutting hair and ran into a brother that got out of prison. He used to sell marijuana. Got to talking. He said, man, don't you know that you're a prophet? I'm like, nah. Person I work for, he told me I could be a pastor. I'm like, no. I wasn't called to do that. He ain't called me to do that. But I know that I was running from my calling. And a lot of people know I had this calling on my life too, but they didn't want me to know it. They looked at me like, man, this dude don't know nothing. We know it, but he don't know it. Since he don't know it, let's hide it from him. Let's do whatever we can to him. So I understand. I understand what you're going through. I understand what you're feeling. I know the depression. I know the anxiety. I know the attacks. I know the hurt. I know the pain. I know the lonely nights. I know it all. I experienced it all. The backstabbing, the betrayal, the gaslighting, the stalking. People lying on your name. Even to this day. Somebody was pointing at me today, telling somebody, pointing in my direction. Had the attitude like, I don't know this man. But every time I show up, he shows up. I can look at his face and say, he don't like me. He hate me. Because I exist. Because I know who I am. These are the things, these are the entities that you deal with on a daily basis. This is the spiritual warfare that you're dealing with. Jealous and prideful people. They don't want to lose their power. But they already lost their power. So what they'll do, they come to manipulating tactics and have people just turn their back on you. Speaking lies and deception and deceit. Like I said, I've been through it all. If it wasn't for the Creator, if it wasn't for Yahuwah, my Aluah, the Eternal King, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end all, the be all. If it was not for Him, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. I wouldn't be the man I am today. I wouldn't have the boldness, the courage, the strength if it wasn't for Him. He's my strength. I get this from Him because I had fear beating me as a child. I grew up fearful of a lot of things and a lot of people. I had to learn how to allow the Most High to come in and fix me. All the trauma I experienced as a kid, being subject to wickedness and hate and evil, watching demonic things, people open up portals in my life, not knowing I had these things attached to me, hanging around people that got things attached to them. So that's why I say you gotta be careful who you lay with. You need to be careful who's around you. You need to be careful with the relationships and the situationships that you get into because you don't know what these people are carrying. You don't know what they're into. You don't know the deceptions and the lies and the deceits, the wickedness that they're participating in. I did some foolish things in my life because I was gullible. I was needy. I wanted validation. Seeking it from the wrong people. One person that can only being that can validate me is the creator. I mean, here what? I didn't know I was going to be speaking this long, but this is my testimony. I've been doing a lot of things in my life, but I thank the Most High I didn't get rammed up in my butt. I thank the Most High I didn't get rammed up in my butt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful and I'm thankful that He brought me from a mighty long way. I'm grateful and thankful that He found mercy on my life, grace over my life. I'm thankful and grateful that He had to step in and said, enough is enough. Not this one. I got something for that person to do. So don't think it's too late for you. Don't think He can't step in your situation, in your life, and fix you and heal you and put you in a place where He needs you to be. If He can do it for me, He can do it for you. And I'm not speaking this just to be speaking. I'm not speaking this just to have 1,000 subscribers. I'm not speaking this to have so many people, so many views. I'm speaking this because I love doing this. This is my life. This is my livelihood. I love doing this. I love helping people. I love teaching people. I love showing people a better way. These young kids out here, they don't see no way. Only thing they see is darkness. These kids on demon time. These kids, you got these rapping, these celebrities telling you who they serve. Celebrities throwing up demonic signs and symbols, telling you who they work for, the Illuminati and all this stuff. These Freemasons, these cult practices, these things that's on the back of your dollar bills. They're showing you who they worship. They're showing you. They're telling you and what they put out here. And your young kids are doing this. Your young men and women. They say it's cool to practice this. It's cool to doing that. Being deceived because the enemy don't want humanity to win. He want them all to burn. And there's a lot of people that did too much and there's no coming back from. But there's still hope for some people out here. So if I can say anything to get them to turn from their wicked ways, I'm going to do it. Because it's in me to do. And I'm not afraid to speak for people. I know what it's like to be homeless out here. I know what it's like when you have people walk over you. I know what it's like when you want to take a shower, you can't take a shower. I know what it's like when you wear the same clothes every day. I know what it's like when you can't pour into yourself. I know what it's like to lose hope. Thinking there's nobody there for you. But you always got somebody there. If you think you by yourself, you're never alone. Because the person that's with you is the one that's allowing you to live, that's giving you life and let you breathe. He just wants you to tap in. He wants to let you know that he loves you and I can carry you through this. I'm in it with you. I'm in the mud with you. I'm here with you. Just allow me. I'm knocking at your door. I'm knocking at your door. Your heart is your door. I'm knocking right here. Just let me in. Can you open the door for me? Can you open up your heart to me? Can you give me your heart? Can you give me your time? Can you give me all of you? Your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. Can you give me this? I'm glad she's doing better. Oh, I'm so glad she's doing better. And she's pregnant too. I'm going to tell you, this person, I knew her and her boyfriend. When I was out here doing wrong, he's smoking marijuana. I gave him a ride. And I was in my bad spot. And that's all they were doing was smoking. She became an alcoholic. And she was doing this. She was out here being with anybody and everybody. Was in this relationship with this dude. They watched me. They seen my struggle and everything else. And when he started putting me on this path and I started changing, and I can see how people, and I see how she was going. And I see the people she was hanging around with. And I was getting mad. I was getting pissed. And she was fighting. She was drunk. She was angry. I said, man, come here. I said, man, you got these people. They don't care about you. She said she was pregnant. She started crying. I said, man, you know what? I said, you've seen my story. You've seen my struggle. These people don't love you. I said, I ain't got to be in a relationship to tell you that I love you. And it's so much better for your life. You are better than what you're going through right now. She needed to go to her sister. She was pregnant. She was lost. She was crying. And I ain't seen her since till just today. I seen her right in front of me. I guess she was trying to get my attention. But she was walking out. Then I just happened to see her through the screen, through the glass. And I looked at her. And she said she was pregnant. She looked so much better. She looked so different because I said something to her. I said something that pricked her heart. I said something that made her feel some type of way. And I told her there's a better way. See, when you see the fruits of your labor, it makes you feel good about yourself. It makes you feel like you're doing something constructive. You don't save a life. You don't save a soul. That's what I believe in. That's how I walk. That's how I talk. My purpose here is grand. It's great. It's important. People need me. People are waiting on me. And me being met with ops. But you know what? I got somebody. I got an advocate. I got the eternal king. I got the judge, the author of my life, the director of my life, the overseer of my life, the one that heals, that guides, that sustains, the waymaker, the protector, the healer, the deliverer, the almighty one. That's who I got. That's how I make it. So I got him, I got everything. But am I hateful? No. But I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. And I know what I carry. I know how valuable I am. And I'm not going to allow anybody to come in my life that's not on that path or on the path of healing. I can love you from a distance. That means I give you access into my life. The only way, if you get access to me, if you're doing my Father's will. Period. Point blank. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. People can come in your life. People can come and go for your season. They can help you get on your path. Then once you get on your path, they do what they can do. Then they move on. So I know I got people in my life that's going to be there for me. That's going to help me. He helps me every day. But you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up on myself. And I'm not going to give up on y'all. But I can't keep pouring into people who don't want to pour in themselves. And why continue to pour in people that people don't pour in me back? I'm tired. I'm tired of the shenanigans. I'm tired of the tomfoolery. I'm tired of people stroking my ego. I'm tired of people's lip service, saying this, but the action says different. Been there, done that. Got shirts to prove it. So I hope these people get a clue, get some understanding, and get to be able to experience what I experienced. Now I'm talking about not the bad parts, but the experience and love of the Most High. Ain't nothing like it. Never judge a book by its cover. I was told, and I believe it to be true because I've been saying this, people need to be thankful for what they got. Because there's a lot of people out here ain't got nothing, but they striving for it. They're working hard at it. They trusted in it. They believe in the Most High. We waiting on him. I'm waiting on him. He brought me this far. He gave me life. He saved my life. He saved my soul. So why would I turn my back on him? Why would I denounce him? Why would I? When they left me for dead. The only one that loves me, that really truly love me, never experienced a love like this before. It's not easy. Sometimes it's like, you love me, why I go through what I go through. Because he loves me. Just know that I'm there. I'm always going to have your back. But he's ever watching. He's always present. He's omnipresent. He's omnipotent. He's everywhere. He's everlasting. He's limitless. He can do all things. He's supernatural. He's the only one that healed me. Could no relationship heal me. My mama couldn't heal me. My brothers couldn't heal me. My exes couldn't heal me. Could nobody heal me but him. So I'm grateful and thankful to him. My mind, I'm sold out. My mind is made up. I surrender to him. He's in control. I can't speak like this. Never thought in a million years I'd be speaking like this. Had some form in it, but now I'm speaking to a place where I'm whole and I'm healed. And I got confidence and I believe in myself. And this is my calling. And I'm not going to shrink down and I'm not going to stop talking just because my enemies don't want me to talk. Because Sabal don't want me to talk. And y'all know who Sabal is. Y'all didn't read ancient texts of what his name is, the devil. That y'all called Lucifer. He was never called Lucifer. That was a title that a Latin person gave him when they changed names. See, people don't know that because people suffer from a lack of knowledge. You gotta know who you fighting. You gotta know who you fighting. You need to know you need to know your enemy. You need to know your enemy's name. He's going to and fro like a lion, seeking who he may devour. Deceiving and being deceived. The father of lies. There's no truth in him. See, when you have a love of a father, he disciplines and corrects. He's not pacifying you. He's just like, oh, I got you. He's pulling on you. Come on. Get yourself together. I'm going to sit you down right here. You need to be quiet. Matter of fact, I'm going to take this away from you because you acting ignorant. And I'm grateful that he done that for me. He stripped me bare. He stripped me bare. I mean, he allowed things to happen because I needed to learn. Because I took things for granted. I put things above him. I did idolatry. I put relationships, people in front of him. When I didn't, and that's wrong. How can he fix me if I don't try to do things right? He has to be number one in my life, no matter who I love, no matter who I care about, no matter who I apply a petition for, no matter who I desire, no matter what I want. The things I desire to have, I had to put him first. I had to learn how to put him first in anything and everything. I got to learn how to trust him. And I'm walking around here putting in work. Y'all think I'm lazy? This is not an easy walk. This is a narrow path. A few people jump ship on that narrow path. And those who know, those who watching me, y'all was on that narrow path and y'all jumped off. Y'all know how tough it is. But I chose to stick it out. I chose to be obedient to him. I chose this. I asked for this. And I look back at it, I've been asking for this. Allow me to be a light. Allow me to be a listening ear. Allow me to be a voice. Not knowing what I was saying, but I've been asking for this years ago. Teenagers years, in my 20s, 30s, 40s, I've been asking for this. Not knowing this was my calling. I didn't go to school for this. I didn't go to theological school. I didn't get no certificate. I didn't get no degree. I got this out the mud. I've been through the trenches. I've been in the wilderness. This is how I come. And he using me to do this, so be it. It is written. I am that I am. You seen the Father, you seen me. So don't think I'm angry. I'm just passionate about doing his will. So if it comes off rough, hey, you think I need fine tuning? Hey, you can think what you want to think and you can feel how you want to feel. You got every right to do so. But at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to strive. I'm going to continue to want better, do better for myself because I love myself. I pour into myself. I'm going to continue to do this, you know, and I choose it for myself. So don't get it twisted. Don't think I'm here to demolish and dismantle your life. I'm trying to offer you a better solution because we all going to face judgment. And if you know, you know. There's going to be a time you're going to be held accountable for every act that you did. You're going to be brought to attention the time you could have turned away from your wickedness. This person coming right back. Really. And I bet you, I guarantee you, he's going to sit right in front of me. When he walks up, he's going to look right at me. Yep. Same thing over and over and over again. I'm telling you, man, y'all don't understand. How can I feel like I'm safe? I know I'm safe. I'm covered. But he want me to be away from people. How can I be away from people when people coming up in my face? So how am I supposed to handle it? Pay them no mind. Ignore them. If they look at me, I look at them, I'm going to smile. Piss them off. But I can't let them piss me off because I done fell for the trap. Because I'm sick. I'm sleeping out here in the cold. Weather's changing. No roof over my head. I'm going through this. You think I want to be out here? You think I want to be homeless? Some people are homeless even in their vehicles. At least they got to cover it. I'm not out here on the corner holding signs. I work for money. I work for food. Anything like that. I can't ask nobody for nothing. I trust in the Most High. Trust is to be earned. Trust is not freely given. I had to learn that. And I'm still learning that. But time will tell. I'm talking about friendships, partnerships, and everything else. But what's meant for me is meant for me, and nothing they can do about it. So I'm grateful and thankful. So this come across your feed. It was meant for you to see this. It was meant for you to hear this. It's never too late. There's always a chance and a choice in the matter. What you choose, it's your choice. You have a choice in the matter. You can walk that narrow path. It shows the side of the light, or you can be in the ways of the world. It chose darkness, but you have a choice. You got a decision you have to make, but you better make that decision. And when you make that decision, you got to stand up. You got to own up to that decision that you make. We all made some foolish choices in our life. So that's how merciful he is. That's how graceful he is. He shows us grace and mercy. He forgives us because we know not what we do. We don't understand because he know we've been behind the 8 ball. He know what we coming up against. He know what we face. That's why he allows you. That's why he give these commandments. That's why he try to give you instructions on how to live. But people want to teach this and teach this, say this is gone, this is done away with. No, it's not. Even the Messiah said himself, those who does the will of my Father, that's my family, that's my friends, that's my mother, that's my brothers, that's my sisters. Those who does the will of my Father. And what's his will? His will never changed. He never changed. He stays the same. His will be done. So if you don't follow his statutes, laws, and commandments, he can't use you because he searches your heart. And all these people that's preaching and teaching, talking about the commandments are done and over with, they not. Even the Messiah back then himself followed the statutes, laws, and commandments. He honored the feast days, the day of unleavened bread, the Passover, and all that stuff. He didn't come to abolish the law. He come to fulfill it. It was written about him, what he had to go through, what he had to suffer for a time in the season. But he kept it. Not one time did he tell any of his disciples the law is done and over with. Did he say that to them? What did he say? He said, I didn't come to, he said, I came to what? To fulfill it, not to abolish it. He ate clean things. He stayed away from pork, shellfish. He didn't eat snakes and possums and everything else. He ate fish, lamb, fruits and vegetables. But I believe his diet was more like fruits and vegetables and fish. So I'm just here to let y'all know that I care about y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You know, I hope one day we get to see each other. There's going to be a time to come. We will. So at the end of the day, don't worry about it. Don't worry about anybody. Wise words were said to me, don't never let them see you sweat. Keep your head up. And people want to know how you made it over. The Most High. It's the Most High that made me, that got me over, that delivered me. Some of y'all got your promised land. Those who got your promised land, don't turn your back on the Creator. Don't forget who got you there. And if he saved you from something, don't go backwards. Because it's easy to go backwards. Your past can come back to you. They can try to suck you in, suck you dry. 2 hours. This is a 2-hour video. I know people tired. I know probably people will cut out for the first 30 minutes. But it's okay, though. But I know somebody is interested in what I have to say. And I know it would be put out here. But I just want to let y'all know that I love y'all. And I hope to see y'all soon. Y'all come across this feed. Y'all can send me a message. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon.